Yeah, yeah. Okay.
So I guess I can start with talking about my most memorable food experience. So, I would say that my most memorable experience would be when I was in Texas. I have family there, and we try and go like every couple years, but there's this place that is in Dallas, Texas that we always go to. It's my uncle's favorite place. And it's funny because when we talk to them, they never go when we're not there. So it's only when they bring their New York family out there that we all like go there. But it's called Babe's Fried Chicken, and it's so good. It's kind of like a potluck style fried chicken place where you all just sit there and then they bring out like huge platters of fried chicken. You can just kind of just like pick some up, put them on your plate, and then they have like huge bowls of mashed potatoes, like unlimited biscuits and corn and stuff. So I would feel like it's just a very like family atmosphere. So it's really cool when we all get together because we see each other maybe every couple of years. So that's just like a nice thing that we all do. And we always go there. It's like our favorite place. And then I have a younger cousin. She's 10 now, but she lives out there. So when we all go out there, there's like a candy shop right next door. So we always take her there after too. I would say that's probably like the most memorable food experience just because it's something we do all the time when we're there.
And so what about that meal and the place itself makes it better from other places that you've been?
I mean, I'm not a huge like fried chicken. I mean, I like fried chicken, but I wouldn't just like decide to have it for dinner one night. Like it's not my favorite food. So it's not even the food that I feel like, I mean, the food's really, really good, but it's not even the food that makes me like really like that place. It's kind of like the atmosphere within the place. It's a very like mom and pop style, like very cozy restaurant, which is nice. And the service is so, the wait staff is really nice. They actually do like a little, I mean, I never participate, but they do a little like dance thing in the middle of the restaurant. They do like Cotton Eye Joe and people go up and line dance. So it's pretty cool. And it's just really different from like what we have here. I mean, I live in Long Island, so it's very different from what we have here.
Yeah. And so this experience, would you recommend this to someone that say hasn't been to this place before?
Oh, for sure, because the food is like super good. The food is, I mean, it's the kind of meal that you have that you're so full after it, and you like see one more piece on your plate and you're like, oh my God, I can't eat it, but I should because I know I'm not going to have it again for a while. And it's just so good.
And so this one little funny question as well. Has anyone else that you've known or anyone else been there not had a good experience at the place and have had a different reaction compared to yours?
I mean, the only thing I can really, not really, just because it's our family who always goes. So, like,
Mhm.
they'll take our other side of the family. So, like, aunts, uncles from, like,
Yeah.
my mom's brothers and all that. So, I feel like everybody universally pretty much likes this place. I don't, maybe if you didn't like meat or you didn't like country style food, you wouldn't like it, but we all really like it.
Yeah. Okay. Those are the questions I had, so we're all set.
Okay, cool. So what would you say your most memorable food experience was?
So for me, I was in Hawaii after I graduated high school. We went to a little place called the Kalu Shack. I'm probably butchering that name too, but it's like a seafood place basically. It's right on the water in the main island in Hawaii, and it's all fresh seafood. And they just have a whole mix of lobster, crab. You can get calamari, you can get octopus. I even tried shark when I was there as well, and they just have them on platters and everything like that. And it was just, I mean, being there in Hawaii, just beautiful weather. It's something just out of the ordinary. Like, I mean, you mentioned like you're from Long Island and you were in Texas. I'm from Western Mass, and I was in Hawaii. So I mean, it's just ideally it's just like an experience that you're only going to have like once in your life. So it's something that I just really enjoyed. It's different food. It was something that I'd never tried before as well. So
That's really cool. Would you say you're a big fan of seafood like outside of your experience in Hawaii? Is that like one of your favorite like kinds of food?
I would say it kind of depends. If I ever go to Cape Cod, which is kind of rare, we end up getting stuff there. I mean, other than that, I would say I do have sushi here and there. It's not the same, but it's similar enough in a seafood sense. But I do prefer my seafood cooked than I do raw. So I would say mainly it's here and there, but not too much.
And do you think because you're in Hawaii, you kind of open yourself up to that kind of food that you don't have all the time for the
Yeah,
experience?
definitely. I mean, I would say just like that experience. I mean, the whole thing too, it's like whenever like I do travel, it's like I always try to have just kind of do new things. whether it's food or just anything else, like in general, like, it's like when you're in a place like that, you just want to explore and kind of open up your options for things. It's something that you're probably never going to do again. And
Mhm.
I can't see myself. I mean, I would love to go back one day, but I can never see myself having that kind of an experience again. So it's just something that, it was like a once in a lifetime kind of thing.
Were you with friends or family?
Primarily it was my mom and my dad. Um, we didn't really know anyone else there. It happened to be one of my friends was in Hawaii at the same time, just visiting as well. So we met up with them at one point, but just for the meal, it was just me and my dad and my mom. And it was one of the last memories that I kind of have with my mom. So it's just kind of something that kind of stands out a little bit for me as well.
That's really special. Do you think that because you were in Hawaii and because you were with your family, like that's why it stands out to you? I mean, obviously your story about your mom, but do you think it was just kind of like the atmosphere that makes that meal stick out too?
I would say it's definitely the atmosphere as well. Yeah. I mean, you in a place, like you're right on the beach. It's, 85, sunny, beautiful weather. And, you're looking out across the sea and everything. And it's just something that, like you can't get that anywhere else. Like even, like I said, even if you go to Cape Cod, it's not the same.
Mhm.
So there are very few places that have that same kind of atmosphere than Hawaii itself. So I would say that definitely plays a part in that.
Did you guys get to do a bunch of other stuff when you were in Hawaii? Like other activities, snorkeling, stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean, we went to a couple different places. I know we ended up going to climb one of the mountains there. I kind of forget the name of it. And then we also went to where they filmed Jurassic Park as well,
Hmm.
and hike up there, see everything through there, and they have stations that you can go to. And then we just visited other places too. We went to the Dole pineapple farm because they make them fresh there and everything. So we tried actual fresh pineapple compared to like what we get here, and it's a massive difference. And like you wouldn't think it's much, but having fresh pineapple right there is just it's definitely different from what you're getting here. It's more processed here and everything.
Hmm.
But I would say other than that, we just kind of traveled throughout the mainland. We went to the University of Hawaii, kind of checked it out, and went to some of the other places on the main island. But I wish we could have gone to one of the other islands and kind of gone, kind of like I said, snorkeling and things like that. But kind of just ran out of time for it. But yeah,
And maybe you guys could take another trip.
yeah.
That would be cool. And